Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Nintendo Enthusiast Radio. I am one of your hosts, Anthony, here with my two co-hosts, Eli.
Hello.
And Dakota.
Hey, everyone, how's it going?
And today we're going to be talking about Smash Brothers. In particular, we're going to be talking about which characters we'd like to see for the game, perhaps some stages, items, whatever we want. So let's get right to it. Eli, what any dream choices, perhaps, for the next Smash Brothers game you want to see?
Yeah, I've been a large advocate of some of Platinum's offerings. So specifically, I would like to see Bayonetta in Smash Brothers. She seems like such a perfect character for that, just because of the way her gameplay works and the way she has such a diverse moveset, and her game pretty much is Smash in a 3D plane. I think she would work so well in Smash, personally. Similarly, I think that having the Wonder Crew of Wonder Red and his compatriots in Smash Brothers would also work equally well, just because of the diverse moveset they have as well. I think overall the characters would be very solid. And just to close out this whole character list that are kind of similar, I'd also like to see Amaterasu from Okami in the game as well, because I think they would all work really well for a fighter.
Oh, okay. So just Platinum characters? Anyone else? Perhaps some Nintendo mascots?
Those are just the ones that Nintendo has covered most of their bases of who I'd like to see in their games. I'd like to kind of see Mewtwo back in their game, but they probably won't because they already put Lucario in. But so I'm looking at these third-party characters, and the ones I think would work the best are Bayonetta, Red, and Crew, and Amaterasu. What about you, Dakota? What do you think about my picks anyway, considering that
Well, okay, let me talk about your picks.
Should we talk about their chances?
What?
Should we talk about their chances after we're done? Do they even have a chance?
Yeah, probably. I don't think any of those characters have a chance. Maybe,
Unfortunately.
maybe one. Actually, I think Bayonetta does have a chance because Bayonetta is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing the guys from the Wonderful 101. My issue is, who else did you say was your third character?
Okami.
Amaterasu. No, I mean, she's cool in Ultimate Marvel or Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I think that's where she should stay. I feel like Smash should be like a Nintendo All-Star fighter. That's the whole point of Smash Bros. I don't want all these third-party characters who aren't Nintendo characters, really. They're just on the Nintendo system.
I agree.
I think Mega Man's fine, Sonic's fine. I want to see Snake and Pac-Man. Those are really the only third-party characters I really want to see. I think Nintendo hasn't covered a lot of their bases. There's a lot of characters that still aren't in Smash that really deserve to be in it. Ridley, Mewtwo, King K. Rool, what's his name? Shulk from Xenoblade, Isaac from Golden Sun, another F-Zero character, Palutena from Kid Icarus. There's so many characters I can name off the top of my head that deserve to be in way more than any of those characters you just named, except maybe Bayonetta would probably be cool. And you have to remember that there's a lot of space. They're bringing back a lot of characters from Melee and Brawl in 64, so there's limited space. And we already have Villager, we already have Wii Fit Trainer, we already have Little Mac and Rosalina and Luma and who are those all the newcomers?
Oh, there's 5.
There's the 5th one.
Mega Man?
Mega Man, yeah, obviously
Yeah.
Mega Man. So that's already 5. Plus, they've already brought back a lot of the characters that were introduced in Brawl. So I think, honestly, if it were up to me, if I were Sakurai, I would immediately put in Ridley, Mewtwo, and King K. Rool, because Mewtwo deserves to come back from, he was such a highly requested character. Just don't make him bad like he was in Melee. Ridley is the most important character to the Metroid series, other than Samus, and Metroid needs another rep that isn't just another form of Samus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
King K. Rool, again, just like Ridley, a massive villain for his series. The list goes on. I would even want to see Saki from Sin and Punishment. I think that would be cool. And Mach Rider, I think, would be super sick. I want to see another cool retro character. Other than that, and maybe Roy would be cool coming back. Ike. Lucina, or I think Lucina's her name, or someone from Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah, you're right, Lucina.
Yeah, there's so many other characters I could think of that deserve to be in a Nintendo All-Star Fighter over the wonderful 101 guys who have one game. That's it, one game. You know,
I think they would just work well in the sort of in just based off how many moveset or their moveset, and I think it would work well in a fighter. I think Bayonetta would work well as a choice because of the sort of fan service. Sure, we could put in another character from Fire Emblem. Sure, we could put in the main character of Xenoblade. The problem with this, though, is I feel like we already do have a character from Fire Emblem, and for Xenoblade, I don't feel like it has such a large reach as Bayonetta does to bring in those new players.
I mean, for your first point, anyone can be a character. Like, it doesn't really matter if they have a diverse moveset or not. Like, I mean,
yeah.
They put Captain Falcon in the game, who before Melee you couldn't control outside of his eraser. I mean, they put in Rob, who's not even a video game character, just a toy. I mean, like he was playable in Mario Kart DS, but that doesn't really make him a video game character.
Can't go away.
I don't agree there. I think they can put in anybody.
Okay.
And in terms of adding one character over another, it's not really about that. Like, I can see Bayonetta and more Fire Emblem characters coming in. It's like, what slots are available, who do they go to, which, I think having Shulk in there is pretty important, just like having the Wii Fit trainer in there, because, Xenoblade Chronicles may have not sold as much as like Wii Fit and Wii Fit U, but, getting Xenoblade, the hype around Xenoblade Chronicles and, this new IP that Nintendo's been involved with, I think is more than important than having some other characters. Though I think the argument can also be made, for Bayonetta and the Wonderful 101 guys, which is why, again, it's hard to decide, who really should get it over another character. The roster really needs to, involve a lot of characters, and it's hard to say who should really be over one over another because it comes down to, like, who do you like better as a character. I think for some franchises like Metroid and Donkey Kong, who really do need like a villain representative, that's more important than getting another franchise, which isn't really necessarily a Nintendo franchise, whereas, Fire Emblem is, or, and Metroid is, Donkey Kong is, and all that kind of stuff, and Mach Rider is. So I think that's more important. It's about the representation. Anyone can be a good character. It just comes down to, like, I think the important Nintendo franchises, and even some obscure and retro ones, should be well represented.
Yeah, I do definitely have a point to having large representation for Nintendo. I was just thinking from an approach like, where can we get the most amount of new players and appeal to these other players? Because all the Nintendo fans are going to be there as they are, and there are already tons of Nintendo characters from different franchises there. But I have one more question for you guys. If you had to choose a new stage location that hasn't already been announced, where would you put it? Because obviously all the, as I said before, bases have kind of been covered in the stage ordeal as it is. We got we got Pokemon stages, we got Pikmin stages, we got all these sort of things that we've seen before, and stages that have already been announced. But what is maybe a little more obscure franchise where there hasn't been a stage for already, or maybe a location from a known franchise that they haven't explored yet that you think would work cool as a Smash Bros. Stage location?
You got anything, Dakota?
I would really like a stage from Tropical Freeze.
So I was gonna say.
Maybe even one of those stages where, like, everyone's a silhouette. It'd be cool.
Oh, very cool.
I think that, like, a sunset stage. Other than that, maybe something of Xenoblade Chronicles. Though I don't know if you guys played the game.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
I own it. I haven't played it yet.
There's this one level that's like a marsh, and it looks cool. There's all these like cool like neon trees and stuff, and that would be pretty cool, I guess.
If like it lights up at night, the Satoru marshes, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I think it would be pretty cool to have a Lego City stage, just because, and I mean that in all seriousness, because Lego City, I don't know if you guys played it or not. It was such a cool game, and it was actually published by Nintendo. It is a Nintendo game, if you want to put it that way, even though it's externally developed. Nintendo funded it completely, and it was published by Nintendo. I think it would be cool to have a Lego City stage. I think it would be appealing to many people, and if they threw in maybe some one-liners throughout the stage that different characters in the background would spew out that are really funny or whatnot, I think that would be pretty well, a pretty good choice.
I like that idea. Like, for me, I really don't care what stages are picked, as long as, like, there are enough stages for, like, some tournament play. I'm seeing some of the stages in Smash 4 and they look pretty cool, but a lot of them look like these just flat without any like place to go under the stage or off the stage, just like a flat area. And I really want more stages that like are worth playing on and don't have a ton of dumb stuff on it. But if Lego City stage, that sounds like a lot of fun. If it was a good stage and not stupid with dumb gimmicks or bad layout, then yeah, I'm all about it.
Okay, cool. So I guess that's where we'll finish up our conversation. You guys, listeners, feel free to leave in the comments below what kind of characters you'd like to see in Smash, what kind of stages you'd like to see in Smash, and we'll talk to you guys later.